All right, I was gifted this dehumidifier by the brand. Let's check it out. Let me show you everything you need to know about it. There's a bunch of modes that you have. There is a dry clothes mode. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. When you're hanging up your clothes and you want them to dry faster, you can put this there and put it on the dry clothes mode. That's awesome. It's a nice size, you can see, so it's good for a large room. So back here is the air intake. Then you've got your power cord. What I like about this water tank too is that you've got a nice handle here so that when water gets filled up in here and you need to take it to dump it out, you've got a nice little handle here, so that's going to help you carry it. Okay, kind of love that it's got a child lock, so no one could be messing with it. Then you have your ventilate, your sleep, timer, decrease or increase, which only works on certain modes. And then your clothes dry mode, which they actually suggest that you run that first when you first get the unit all set up. And then you've got your fan and your dehumidify mode, and then obviously your on off buttons. Okay, so you have two options. You can either use the water tank, and then when it fills up you can kind of dump that out, or they give you these tubes where you can do like a continuous thing, so you don't have to worry about it filling up if you have somewhere to drain the water, and then it can just kind of keep running and running. And you can see it rolls, it's on rollers, and it rolls really nice. This thing is heavy duty. I mean, it's not super heavy, but it is not light, so it's really durable, well made. It's not some cheesy little dehumidifier. All right, so let's plug this in so I can show you a little bit more about how it works. That's how loud it is. It's actually pretty quiet. I thought it was going to be a lot louder. That's actually pretty quiet. Okay, so you can see here that you can increase or decrease your humidity level to what you want to set it at. Now, keep in mind, those decrease and increase buttons won't work when you have it in the dry clothes mode or the ventilate mode or the continuous or strong modes. That's like a set thing that it's going to do. Okay, so the dehumidifier part of this is going to shut off once you've reached the humidity level that you've set it at. Okay, so you see that this is green now, and the green indicates that my humidity is somewhere between 50 and 70%. It shows you right on the tank, so you don't have to come, looking at it and walking over. You can see it right there in front of you. When this gets to red, that either is going to indicate that the humidity level is like 70% or higher, or it can indicate that your tank is full or not properly installed. All right, so you can do different modes on it. The dehumidifier mode, if you press once, it's gonna be, this is a continuous. You can see this symbol, and it has it in the book. If you hit it again, this is gonna be a strong mode, okay? And then press it again, and this is just gonna be a normal kind of mode. The normal one, the dehumidifier runs until the humidity reaches the level that you set it at, this number here, and then it automatically stops. So that's a good feature. Just set your humidity level, and then put it on normal, and it's automatically going to stop when it hits that level that you set it at. Now, the continuous mode means it's just obviously it's going to continue to go, but the fan's going to run on kind of a low speed without stopping. The strong one, it's going to continuously dehumidify, but it's going to be like a high fan that's going on. Okay, and then you've got the dry mode here, which is that you see a little picture of a shirt, and that's the dry clothes mode. Now that sets its own thing. So it's like a preset thing. So you can't increase or decrease the humidity levels on the thing. It's just gonna automatically do what it does in dry clothes mode. Okay, so then you've got your fan speed here. Now this one you can't use this all the time, but you can use it if it's in the normal mode. You can put the fan up higher or lower for that one. Then there's a timer mode, and the cool thing about the timer mode is you've got a timer so that it goes off, but you can also set it to go on, which is kind of cool. So your timer mode is going to be right here, and you're going to set it when it's on, you're going to set it to go off. So you can see here that's how many hours. So then you just indicate how many hours you want it to go on, and then it'll stop blinking and set itself for that many hours, and then it'll automatically turn off, once that timer goes off. And then if you want to turn it on, set a time for turning on, you're going to do it when it's off. So you're going to turn the machine off, and then you're going to hit the timer. Okay, and then you're going to see, and then you want it to go on in an hour, so you set an hour. If you know you want it to go on in 2 hours, then you're going to set that for 2 hours. And then once it's set, in 2 hours, it's gonna turn on with the humidity level that you set it. That's kind of neat. It's kind of a good feature. And then there's ventilate mode. So if you set that, okay, then you can set your fan to a high or a low setting. But this ventilate mode is just airflow without dehumidification. Okay, so just beware that you're just getting airflow on that one and without dehumidifying. Okay, and then you've got sleep mode, which is really nice because then you can turn like the lights and the indicators, although not all of them go off. So if you hit the sleep mode here, you see that the lights inside go off, this light goes off, this light goes off, so all of that goes off. But in sleep mode, you will still be able to see, like when your water tank is full and it indicates that, that's gonna be on. If you have your child lock on, you're gonna be able to see that. Now, child lock. So you're gonna have your child lock right here. You're gonna hold this down for 5 seconds. Okay, then you heard the noise, and now you see that your child lock indicator is on, okay? Now when you're in sleep mode, you'll still be able to see that. You'll still be able to see that that's on. And to unlock it, you can still hit the power button to turn it off when it's in child lock mode and turn it on, but they're not gonna be able to fiddle with like all of the settings, like, so that's a good feature to have because little fingers do things that we don't want them to do. You can see in child lock mode, you can't mess with any of the buttons. Good feature. So the water tank, super easy to remove. Turn it off and unplug it, or else you're gonna get a lot of beeping noises when you pull it out because it's gonna be like, your water tank's not in, something's wrong. So turn it off, unplug it, and then there's just like indents here that you're gonna grab on either side. Just pull it a little bit, super easy. Okay, and then this comes out, and again, it's got this nice handle that you can carry this, and then you're gonna pour the water out here, and you hear that? That is this little red ball. So that helps you see a little bit like if your tank is getting kind of full. And then to put it back on, super easy. You're just gonna, and just make sure it's all the way in or it's gonna beep at you. It's not gonna work right. So just make sure it's fit in where it's supposed to go, all the way in, clicked in. Okay, and then on the back here, you've got the little filter thing. This tab, it's just pull it. You're just gonna pull it and this comes off. And you see kind of like the mesh in here. So you can like vacuum it out if it gets like dusty and all. You can rinse it if you need to. Just let it air dry before you put it back on. And it just kind of goes down in here, and then you're just gonna push it in here. Super easy. Okay, and then one last thing I want to show you is if you don't want to use the water tank on a continuous flow of your dehumidifier, and you have a way to drain the water into something that will constantly drain, they give you these tubes. They give you 2 of them. They give you 2 of these tubes that you can then attach that tube onto there. Okay, just sticks up right in there. It's real super easy. Just goes right in here. Okay. But if you're able to do that, this is a nice feature because then you can just constantly run that and you don't have to worry about it shutting off once the tank gets filled. So that's an option if you need it. Okay, so then let's see, again, just the sound, how loud it is. Did you even hear that go on? Okay, that's the fan. And the fan right now it's on normal mode. That's set to high, that fan. So you can hear that was a little bit loud. I don't know if you can hear very good on there. I'm trying to give you an idea of the loudness of it. To me, it's not really super loud. I hear it, but that's not gonna bother me while I'm watching TV. It's not gonna make a lot of noise. I feel like you can buy with confidence on this one. It does what it says it's gonna do. It works well. It's got a lot of different functions and modes. Love the child lock. That's kind of super important if you have kids. Timers on it, kind of love that as well. So yeah, I would recommend.